Now we're going to record. Hello, hello. Well, quarter 3 is here, you guys. Talk about excitement with these prizes. Did you guys get a chance to look at all of them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did. I put the rerun or the recording in the link in the announcements in the comments from our Plexus headquarters where they did the live and did kind of the show of it. So if you want to find it easily, it is in our business builders group, in the comments, in the announcement of all the monthly things, our team things and that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So, how do we get those prizes is, developing, helping 3, 6, 9 people, because we get when we help 3, they when you help anybody get 3, that you earn $100 cash right away, the same day payment, which is nice for people that can't afford the products, or for anybody for that regard. And then help 6, you get 200 more, and help 9, you get 200 more. So the cap is 500. Hey, Connie. So is there any questions about the 3, 6, 9 and how that works? You can put questions in the chat too. So that's exciting. They have to order a welcome pack to qualify. So, and the welcome packs have changed a little bit with the hydrate mixed in. I did just put some new graphics in our albums. I don't know if you guys saw that, of the welcome packs and the new pricing also with hydrate in there, so that the PV pricing and then the price, also the cost of them. Okay. So that's in there. And how many of you guys have taken advantage of the Why Plexus, Why Now? Not yet. It's something new. Yeah, I listened last night. It was really short. It was 17 minutes, which I think is nice. I think people don't like to be tied down for an hour. So just to know that we have that opportunity, when you talk to somebody, you can say, hey, I'll save a spot for you. If I send you the link, will you watch this with me? It's at 11 every day, our time, Central Standard Time, and 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, it's just at 11. They don't do the evening one on Friday. So we have virtual sip and shares, you guys, with new testimonies, every day, twice a day. That's crazy. We never used to have this stuff. So it's just getting used to knowing it's available and offering it. So, we don't know what those testimonies are, before, and it will be compliant. So it's not going to be, hearing headaches, migraines, autoimmune, all that kind of stuff. But that's why it's kind of nice to have ours still, so we can be a little more real, because no one's monitoring in our Facebook group. So any thoughts about how to promote it better? I have it pinned at the top of the wellness group with the link, with the calendar. Did you guys see that? And it's also, I put it in our business builders group, so it's easily accessible. It's just bit.ly / Why Plexus, Why Now. That's all it is. It's the same link every single time. This month we have, I ended up canceling last night, the 9 o'clock sip and share, because I wasn't home from Fargo, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm the CEO of this, and if I have to cancel it, I have to cancel it. No one's going to fire me either. So I hope you didn't have anybody that was going to be on. But what I was going to do is I was just going to go live and talk about the products, because we didn't have anyone new that was going to be sharing. So anyway, I hope that didn't disappoint anybody. I didn't hear anything from anybody, but anyway, on the 13th, then we have Kelly Carlstead is having Laura on, and Laura's husband, I believe, and maybe one of her kids. And then on the 20th, we have Andrea and Erica's family. And then on the 27th, it is Alicia is interviewing her, or having her Agnes, not her Agnes on, and I haven't even heard Agnes's whole story, so I'm excited to hear it. Yeah. So we have lots of opportunities, guys. So those are at 9 o'clock p.m. and we want to keep them to 15 to 20 minutes, and just so that it doesn't take a lot of people's time. We have the Virtual Express is this weekend on Saturday, and I have not registered yet either, but I will put it in the, I think I put it already in our business builders when I posted everything. It was one of the, I believe, I'll have to go back and look, but just go to Plexus Ambassador community page and you will find it, the link, if you can attend on Saturday. It looks like a great lineup of leaders that will have lots of wisdom. And then we have the Grand Forks Sip and Share with real people at Kelly's house on the 14th. And I didn't write the time down on my calendar. I can't remember now.
I think 6:30 to 8 is what we had
decided. Laura made the
decided.
graphic. Yeah, Laura made the graphic. and
Yes.
put it- She was going to put it in the guide so that we have it. And then Devil's Lake Sip and Share is the 22nd. I haven't heard the time yet for sure and the location. I don't know if Kelly wants to speak up at all. I know, or in the comments, put something if there's any more. Oh, Connie, you listened to the one last night? I just saw your comment.
Yep, I did the 2 couples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got somebody, well, they when the first couple shared about the Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Yeah, we had company here this weekend, and this one gentleman who's type 1 diabetic, they have the products, but he just hasn't taken it. His wife has, but to get him to regularly take it is just unbelievable. So anyway, he's big Diet Dr. Pepper. He brought a 12-pack of Diet Dr. Pepper. Kidney and type 1 diabetic. And I think of Alicia and your daughter. Oh my gosh. I've shared those with him too, but he's just, yeah, he's got a pump on his for his diabetes. So
Yeah, you can't help people that don't want to help themselves.
Men are the worst.
And his wife is in healthcare. So
Shocker.
they
Yeah.
just married the 5th of June. So
Okay, well, maybe she'll have a little more control then.
a little, yeah, she has to mix up the pink drink for him to drink it. Like, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of how it starts a lot of times, it seems like.
Mhm.
You kind of bring it to them, but well,
Yeah.
keep, send them. If I hear of any diabetic new testimonies too, I can send it your way, so you can send it to them. But
I'm hoping I can get her to come to Kelly's. She lives in Grand Forks. They
oh,
live in-
that would be awesome.
I'm working at that.
Good. Plexus, I was gonna say Plexus 1.0 starts on Sunday is the first post. So that's all the new ambassadors that have joined since it will be June 1. It'll be June, like the second week in June. She goes by the last one that was invited from previous one. So they'll all be invited to this Plexus 1.0. And then, I think you guys are all in there. So just kind of watch your people and encourage them and comment and talk to them outside of it if you have anybody in there, and kind of get a feel for what they think. Because sometimes people don't want to post in there, but they will maybe talk to the person that helped them. So make sure you're connecting with them. Hoping that we get some people that want to share on social media, because sharing their first post is where it's at. How many of us would have not signed up if we hadn't seen testimonies and people sharing? Raise your hand if you think you would have signed up without seeing that.
I would have, because I never saw any of Kelly's stuff before
Okay.
she started, but I'm the anomaly right there.
But most people will watch, you know,
Yeah.
and so getting people to post something right away, like when they're excited, when they order, it's like, you know, I really would like you to share on social media, just because there might be a lot of people that you're connected with that are suffering in silence, and they might want to do this with you, and you can earn, you know, what is it, $300? I'm not looking at the graphic, but it's a lot of money, you guys. So the graphic that's in our, that I shared in our post is there. I should put it on the screen to show you. That'll be easier probably. This one, I think this one's probably the easiest one to, so you add one, $35 total, add three, $407, you guys. A lot of people don't have money for supplements. You know, they maybe are excited right away, and then the second month when it comes, the third month, a lot of people can't afford it. So we have to mention this to them and get excited. If you're not excited, they're not excited. So like, you know, Plexus offers cash when you help people. Plexus wants people to be healthier and happier. So, you know, how about offer a gut health party too? If they say no to sharing or on social media, you know, say, how about we do a little gut health party, or come to one of these events, invite friends with this link at 11 a.m. or 8 p.m. You know, whatever, you don't want to overwhelm them with choices, but kind of just get excited about them helping others too, and getting products paid for. You add six, $715 total, you know, by the 15th of the next month, you know, is what the total will be. Yeah, they listed here too, you know, I don't think people care how much is silver money and how much is, you know, the success sprint bonus, and that the $200 bonus from Success Sprint is what they're going to get right away. So that's what's really exciting. We've never really had that before, except for the stimulus money. And this is add 10, and they can earn $1,359 and add 20, $2,218. That's crazy. It's a lot of money, but use the, you know, print off the Success Sprint Q3, you know, how to earn the cash. It's based on your personal development. Your subscription, you should have it at 200 PV, because you earn extra credits on your subscription. Mine ran through at 183, you guys. I didn't catch it. I'm like, because I made an extra subscription last month because I ran out of active. So I had my 200 one earlier, and then anyway, it went through. So I'm really mad at myself. But anyway, you earn a little more. You earn 5 more credits. Not huge, but any rank advancements get 75 credits. Re-rank, and now this is new. Maintaining rank for people is 50 credits. So that wasn't there before for the other quarter. And then team development, new enrollments. You know, if you get, it's level 1s and 2s, you get 10 credits. Levels 3s and 4s, you get 5 credits. So that can add up fast. And then a rank advancement, levels 1 and 2 is 40 credits. Maintaining paid rank of your team is 20 credits. Re-ranking is 20 credits. And then retention, people that order again that you've had in the past, you're earning points on that. So, you know, print that off. So you kind of, if you're tracking that. And then the gift choices are here. This is just crazy. Now this Le Creuset, whatever, 8-piece heritage stoneware, is that what you like, Kelly Hulst?
I don't, well, I've got a couple pieces of this stoneware, but the ones that I have are the cast iron that are coated in enamel. So it's not the
Oh,
same. I mean, it's the same brand and I love the brand.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of this stuff is just, there's so many choices. This is the most choices we've ever had. So get excited, get people excited about, that want to share and help others. Sometimes we don't know that people are kind of thinking about it. I had a friend of mine from high school call me today, and I've been bugging her to do this with me. She started right away at the beginning with me, and she started a few people. She got to 50 points and then just doesn't do social media. But now she quit her job. Anyway, she's kind of thinking about doing this again, and like 5 to 10 years and making it something. So we're having conversations again. So you just never know what people are thinking. E-commerce is huge right now, you guys, especially after having, the pandemic for so long. That's where a lot of people had to work online, had to learn how to do Zoom. So all the scary stuff isn't really scary anymore. It's not so odd. And so I just think you don't know what people are thinking. Okay, so is there any questions about the success sprints? How things work with that? No? Okay, I'm gonna stop the screen share here. And I want to hear from you guys some wins that have happened. I know we just had
I'm
July
on here
4th.
tonight.
Yes, that's a win. We're all here. Yes, that is a win. Good point. Lisa, do you want to introduce yourself quick and just tell what the products have done for you a little bit?
Hi, I'm Lisa Sandino. I am under Ruth Ann Onen, which is a friend of Marla. And I actually, I never thought I would be doing this. I have SIBO, and I was desperate and I needed something, and I knew that gut health was what I needed to do. And I saw Ruth Ann post something, and I looked into it and thought, what is this stuff? And I messaged her and said, I don't know if this will work for me. This is what's going on. And she messaged me back and said, yeah, I think this would really help. And I was shocked. I actually was shocked, because I've tried all supplements. I've tried all kinds of probiotics, and they all hurt me. And this was the only thing that worked. And these are the best products I've ever tried. So
what did you start with?
just the triplex and ease. And actually, I didn't realize that all of my joint pain and everything was kind of a residual of my gut health, of my SIBO. And my gut health started to get improved, but then I was able to get up in the morning and my joints felt better. I didn't expect that, and I was very happy with that. So, and all of the inflammation, I didn't realize how inflamed I was. I went down 2 pant sizes just from inflammation. Yeah, it was crazy. So
How long before you saw results?
I signed up in June. I started mid-June. By August, so about 2 months.
That's
2 months.
awesome. So you started last year?
Yes, I'm just a year in. Yep.
Yes. Oh, and congratulations that you're
Thank
digging
you.
into this to help others too.
Yeah.
It's not the norm, doing this, right? We
Yeah.
don't go to college for it. People don't encourage you to go do network marketing. So it's not the popular thing to do, but it's the most rewarding, I have to say. And the people you meet, well, like everybody on here tonight, amazing women. It's just a blessing. So I'm so glad that you're joining and that you're in our group. You can be on anytime, that. We might have you be a testimony sometime too, because SIBO there's a lot of people struggle with SIBO.
Yeah, and there wasn't much when I found out that I had it. There was not much to learn, and now gut health is a big thing now. So you get to learn a lot more about it and all the connection. And when you understand it and how it connects everything, it's
Yeah.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Yep. Yeah. How many years did you have, were you diagnosed with it?
It's about 5 years now since I
Okay.
was like, yeah.
But what has your doctor said when you've gone back and you're feeling great? And
Well, with all of the shutdowns, I haven't really seen them since I started.
that'll be,
Um,
well,
yeah.
that'll be good. It's good that you haven't had to go back, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go back soon, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kind of waiting.
Yes. Yes. Oh, well, I want to talk about goals a little bit for this month in July. And I am willing to, map out goals with anybody that wants to one-on-one and just kind of make a list of who do you know that loves the products, have you had a conversation, help them get 3, help them think of 3 people, or just mapping out the points you need to get to your goal. And I wanted to, I've been doing a little bit of, not really research, but learning, I guess, about goals and how, we can have unintentional goals or intentional goals. And when you think of, we all have circumstances. So a circumstance can determine how your goals turn out, right? But no matter what, if you have a circumstance, say that, okay, I'm overwhelmed with, Instagram, I'm just overwhelmed with it. Say that's my thought in my head, right? So I want to develop my Instagram is going to be my goal, right? So how I think about that is, a feeling usually, and the feeling could be overwhelmed. I don't know how to do reels the right way. And no one likes my posts. All those feeling words will not help you move forward, move the needle. So what you have to do is just, keep the thoughts that are feelings out of your mindset. And that's what I think we all struggle with in this profession. No matter what level you're at, whether you're a sapphire, you're a diamond, they say, I heard this today, another level, another devil, because the thought work is always something you have to manage. And so you have to just be very cognizant of thinking factual. Because I'm going to post consistently on Instagram would be an action to do. So my goal is achieved, right? Not to choose the overwhelm, not to focus on, no one liked it, no one commented, just be consistent and show up and suck at it at first and relate to people from, not worry about everybody, kind of think of who you want to serve. And so it's usually kind of who I was, is who I want to serve. So I'm trying to, think through how to do this in my Instagram, and it's a mess sometimes, I'm all over the place, but I'm still working on it. And then I catch my mind going like, not helping me. And I'm like, hey, stop, Marla, just post, So thinking about July goals, if we say, I want to go increase by 100 points, that's a great goal, but just saying that and not having activity every day of posting consistently on social media, keeping messages going, interaction with people, not just about Plexus, but following up with your customers, following up with your ambassadors, reaching out to friends that you haven't talked to in a while, inviting them to events, but keeping, messages going all the time, not just about Plexus, but just relationship building, those kind of things also are going to be part of your growth. Or calling someone up, go have coffee and just, build your friendships and never just focus on the Plexus part of it, right? You want to focus on just adding value to other people's lives in many ways. But so increasing by 100 points, if you all of a sudden just, decide to not work, or not to check your perks, not to, is it going to happen? No. So the activity is important, just staying consistent. And this job is something that is so crazy when you think about it. It's not really a job, but I call it a job because if you want to be, jewel level, it's something you want. You're going to have to look at like a consistent check-in an hour a day at least, right? Or an hour 3 times a week, depending on your goals. Might be more, might be less, but really digging into, what you're dreaming of, because your dream will come a reality if you believe. And faith is a big part of this job, and imagination and action, though, is what has to happen every day. So action is also feeds into that, right? So I don't know if any of you guys mapped out. Have you mapped out anything for the month? Kind of where you know? Okay. Alyssa, you're muted. Did you say something? No? Okay. So if anyone wants to map out, we can. Let me know. But I'd like to watch, have you watch this video that I watch. It's just 10 minutes. Take some notes, and then we'll have, make some comments maybe in the chat that's something that resonates with you. Okay. It's just words, so there's no pictures with it, but.
How do you turn nothing into something? Here's how you start. There's 3 steps to it. Number 1, imagination. So imagination starts to change everything. Now, imagination is not tangible, but it is almost real. But it's hard to say that imagination is nothing. But it's nothing in terms of tangible. It's not tangible yet. And you always have to say yet. Imagination is not tangible yet, but it is the beginning of turning nothing into something. It's the beginning of turning nothing into reality. Imagination. Imagination is the ability to see things that don't yet exist. Imagination is real in the sense that it affects. It'll affect your behavior. It'll affect your enthusiasm. It'll affect your emotions. It's real in that sense, but it's not real in the tangible sense. But to turn nothing into something, you start with imagination. Next is faith. To believe that what you imagine is possible. How do we start to strengthen our belief in that what we imagine is possible to turn it into reality? And there's 2 or 3 ways. One is to believe your own testimony. If you've done it before, why couldn't you do it again? If you've done it once, couldn't you do it the second time? Why not believe in your own testimonial? If I did it before, I can do it again. I was rich by age 31 and broke by age 33. But now my question was, could I do it again? And the answer was yes, of course. I lost the money, but I didn't lose the skills. And that's what's important about personal development. You can lose the money, but not the skills. So who cares about the money? Hey, once you've got the skills, you own the skills. It's like sales. A skill is more valuable than a sale. Sometimes a salesperson says, I need a sale. I said, no, you need a skill. Sales are temporary. Skills are permanent. So we start with imagination, which is almost real. I mean, it's not real yet. It's not tangible yet, but it's almost real. Now we move to faith, to believe that what we imagine is possible. So we study our own testimonials. We've done it before, we can do it again. Here's what else we study. Other testimonials of somebody who did it. Somebody that built a hotel said, yes, I started with some plans, finally believed it was possible, and here it is. You say, well, if it's possible for one, it's possible for another. In fact, sometimes when we hear the testimonial, here's how they finish. If I can do it, you can do it. See, that's a classic testimonial that gives us now what we call faith. And one of the ancient wise writers said, faith is generated by what we hear, the vocabulary. of what we hear, the vocabulary of what we read. That generates faith, to believe that it's possible. Now, faith is not reality. You can't say faith is nothing because it affects. It's like radiation. To us, it's nothing because it can't be seen. But radiation is so powerful, it can kill you. You can't see it, but it has an incredible effect. And that's true of faith. Faith can't be seen with the natural eye, can't be seen, but it has an incredible effect on your attitude, on your behavior, on your disciplines, on your work for the day, and all the rest. So faith is tangible in that sense, that it affects the emotions, it affects the drive. But we still don't have a hotel. Even though the imagination is very powerful, and even though faith is very real, we still don't have a hotel. Because faith is not a hotel. Now, it's almost. It is so close. Here's what one writer described faith. Faith is a substance of hope. It's not a substance like a brick being a piece of the hotel, but it's almost. It's so close, it's substance. The writer also said it's so close, it's evidence. Now, not evidence you can see, but tangible evidence that's just as real as all of our human experiences that can't be touched, can't be seen. It's called the unseen magic. Language is the unseen magic. It can't be seen. The words can't be seen as they're transmitted from the speaker to the one who listens, but it can have a profound effect. That means it's more than nothing, but to create something out of nothing, we start with imagination, then we move to faith, which believes it's possible, which is almost real. I built my first home for my family in Idaho many, many years ago. And before I started this home, to construct it, I used to take my friends out to the vacant property. And I would take them on a tour through this house. Do you believe that? I would say, this is the living room. It's got a fireplace here. It's brick. And then come around here into the family room, another fireplace, see through. On this side it's stone, on this side it's brick. I would walk them through the 3-car garage. Then I'd say, now we're going to take a tour into the kitchen. Here's the view outside the kitchen. They'd look through the window at the view. I could describe it to the detail. I could describe this whole house in detail. I described it so well one day, one of my friends bumped his shoulder on the fireplace. Left a little bruise there. Isn't that true though? Faith and imagination is almost. It's called evidence and substance. Now it's still not tangible, but it's not far from tangible. But now here's what we do with faith and imagination. We deposit it in disciplines and activity. Because faith without the activity serves no useful purpose. Imagination without the activity to translate it into reality serves no purpose. But wisdom and faith deposited in activity creates reality. The reality of a career, the reality of a hotel that wasn't there. And the question goes like this: when should you start building the hotel that you've imagined and now believe that it's possible? When should you start? And here's the answer: as soon as you have it finished. You just got to remember that. You wouldn't start building a hotel unless you had it finished. Because if you start building something, somebody says, what's this going to look like? You say, I have no idea. See, they'd take you away to a safe place. No, the reason you start is because it's finished. So here's what we teach in time management. Don't start the day until you have it finished. You've got it laid out. Plenty of room for improvising, plenty of room for spontaneity, but you finish the day and then you start the day. You finish the week, then you start the week. But you shouldn't start building the hotel until you have it finished. Is it possible to finish it before you start? And the answer is yes. It would be foolish to start unless you had it finished. Unique things to remember. Now, here's what now turns wisdom and faith into reality, and that's activity, muscle. The labor, the work.
Deciding to act is a major, major challenge for all of us at different points in different areas of our lives. And there are things that happen to us along the way experiences that we have that prevent us from working through the mental block of acting, of doing those things that we know we ought to do. And so what I want you to think about is, what is there that you know you need to do, that you want to do this, but for some reason or another, you've been holding back. For some reason or another, you just have not been able to gather your nerves or be able to work through the procrastinating or putting it off or justifying or blaming. Some reason or another, you just haven't done it. And you know you ought to do this. You really want to do this, but you don't know why you haven't done it. Because in order to begin to reinvent your life, you've got to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort. That you really got to put all of yourself into it. It's very challenging to act, to do those things. There are times when you're looking at it and you say, I know I need to do this, but I don't feel like it. I think that among the things that prevent us from acting is the fear of failure. And if you've already failed, you don't want to fail again. The pain of that, the disappointment. Many of us don't act because we want other people's approval. We want everybody to like us and to accept us. And that's not possible. Many of us don't do the things that we want to do and don't act because we don't believe enough in ourselves. I have a friend. He's a business consultant. He helped a lot of people get their business started. And people come to him because they know he's knowledgeable. But this guy won't start his own business. Now, he's very smart. He can do it. Everybody believes in him except him. And he's so smart, he's talked himself out of it. Well, the numbers aren't right. There are other things, though, that affect us. Is that not wanting to take personal responsibility. We want somebody else to do it. Many times we pick up our inability to do certain things from people that we love. We identify with them, and we live in the context of their ideas, their opinions, and their life patterns. We buy into it unconsciously. We try to honor the people we love by being like them. Some people won't act until there's a crisis situation. And see, we don't have to wait until a crisis situation in order for them to act in their own best interest. Some people have to hit rock bottom in order to rise. I don't know why. You want to begin to look out on your life and what you want for you.
What'd you guys think? Who wants to comment first about something that resonated with you or that?
That we're afraid to do it, and that we worry about what other people think.
Yep. And there's always going to be someone out there that isn't going to think like we want them to, but who cares? Right? Because there's going to be someone out there like you, Alyssa, like me, that watched posts, you know, and that we're happy, much happier now on the product, you know, so that's what we have to think about. Good point. Anyone else? Who's next?
So the one thing that talked to me was don't start the day without finishing it. So kind of plan out your day.
Yep,
And
that's
you have the different things come in, you know, but you just go with it.
yep. One of the P's, plan, right? Plan, prepare, kind of get yourself going. And summer, it's more of a challenge in the summer. Agree? Right? So not like you're going to get everything done like you want, but just the fact that you're here, give yourself kudos for that. And yeah, I just thought it helped. When I listened to it, it really helped me too a little bit, just kind of, because sometimes, like I said, no matter what level you're at, we all kind of have the same things going on in our head. Just a different person. So no one else has anything?
I kept thinking when I heard him speak, do it anyway. Do it anyway. That just kept going through my head. Do it anyway.
Yes. Because the worst that can happen is what? We're not going to say that anymore. The best that can happen is someone's going to reach out to you, or, you're going to reach somebody's that's been watching for 3 years. Or, how many of you guys have picked up the phone to call somebody and regretted it? Never, right? But how often do we pick up that phone and call somebody, right? And that means a lot. Like when customer care, like if I buy something at TJ Maxx and they decided to call me in a month and ask me how I liked my jeans, I would love that. Right? So we have to remember that doing those care calls just for no reason, not when they shut their subs off, even just a care check, like, hey, just thinking about you, how's it going? Those go a long way. So remember that. So, and any questions before we go? I don't have much else unless somebody has any. Thing. Let's all get some new people to share that haven't ever shared before, or get some chat parties going, or get them on these calls. You guys, we have these calls every day, and it's just getting them on. It doesn't have to be a lot of people, just one person, just getting, say, hey, I have a spot. I can reserve a spot for you. I have one spot left. Make it sound like, like there's no more room. We get one ticket. Do you want to be my special guest? And make it special, and then watch it with them and then talk about it. So we all have those people that have been hanging on the line, or maybe that quit at one time. And you never know if they're thinking of coming back. Never give up on them. And even helping level 2s, like helping a level 1, help a level 2, tap rooting, building connections that way. So, yeah. So next Wednesday, we'll be back here again, and be a little surprise. Let's see. No, next Wednesday is Kelly's. Yeah, we have Kelly's sip and share. Yeah, maybe we won't have it. I'll probably have to cancel. Unless you want to do it a different night. We just cancel. Okay, we'll do that. Get a week off. We'll go to Kelly's and have fun. Bring lots of friends. We have a week to invite, get some people there. And Kelly, do you need help with anything? Kelly?
No, I think I'm good, but thank you.
Yes, I'm excited. And Kelly, Carlstead, been nice to see you hop on. I know she's been having her mom's health and all that. So I've been praying for you, Kelly. So let's just end there unless you guys have anything.
Thank you, Marla.
Yes, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Night.
Yep,
Bye.
Thanks.
You.